Hello, first graders. So today we're going to review something called multiple meaning words, which we worked on a long time ago. Multiple meaning words are words that have more than one meaning, like the word trip. You could use the word trip to say, I'm going on a trip to Australia. Or you could use the word trip to say, I hope I don't trip on that tree branch. It's the exact same word, it's spelled the same, it sounds the same, but it has two different meanings. So it's called a multiple meaning word. It can be tricky to figure out the meaning of a multiple meaning word. To do that, you need to look at the context of the sentence that the word is in. Remember, context are all the words around a word that you're not sure about that can help you figure out the meaning of that word. For example, in the first sentence I said I'm going on a trip to Australia. We know that in that case, a trip means going somewhere because of the words like Australia and going. And we know in the next sentence, I hope I don't trip over that branch, that means, in that case, the word trip means to fall because I'm talking about a tree branch on the ground. So to figure out the meaning of a multiple meaning word, you need to look at the rest of the sentence, and that can help you narrow down the meaning. Let's take a look at some more multiple meaning words. And coming up pretty soon, you're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil so you can write a few sentences. So get those handy, and I'll see you in a second. So here we have some more examples of multiple meaning words. In the first box it says, I can climb the tree, but you aren't able to. The next sentence says, we opened a can of soup to make lunch. Now the word in blue is can. It is spelled the same. It is pronounced the same. But as you can see in these two sentences, it has two very different meanings. One means you're able to do something, and one is like a container. Let's look at another one. Our family took a long trip in our car to visit family. John was careful not to trip on the bump in the sidewalk. This is the same example I gave with the word trip. This next one says, we paid the bill and left the restaurant. The next sentence says, that bird uses its long bill to eat fish. So it could be like a check that you have to pay, or it could be something that's on a bird or an animal. The first sentence here says, I wrote a letter to my grandmother about our trip. The next sentence says, she wrote the letter J at the beginning of the word. Which one of those two sentences matches this picture? I'm going to draw a star next to the first one, because that sentence matches this picture. It looks like a letter that they've written to somebody, not one letter, like the letter J. The first sentence here says, we want to watch the football game. The next sentence says, my watch tells me it's time for lunch. This time, it's the second sentence that matches the picture. This is like a watch that's on somebody's wrist that can tell time. The camper carefully put out the cooking fire. Dad set up our new camper in the backyard. One of these sentences refers to a person, and the other refers to the picture here. The second one says, Dad set up our camper in the backyard, our new camper in the backyard. That one matches the picture. You can't have the book. It's mine. I read a book about digging in a mine. It's the second sentence again. I read a book about digging in a mine. This looks like a picture of a mine. One more of these. We did not have school because of the snow. I saw a school of fish in the lake. We don't have school right now. It's not because of snow, though. But the sentence that matches the picture is the second one again. I saw a school of fish in the lake. A whole group of fish. Okay, now's the part where you're going to need your pencil and a piece of paper. So first we're going to use the context of the sentence to figure out the meaning of the word in blue. So this sentence says, we will root for our team at the game. Now I notice they're talking about a team and a game. So in this case, I think the word root means like to cheer for. Now on your piece of paper, I'd like you to use the word root in another meaning. Sometimes root means cheer for a team. Sometimes it means something else. Think about our story we read this week, A Tree is a Plant. How can you use the word root in a sentence? You could say the tree had a big root, or the root holds the tree into the ground. Now this sentence says, would you please place this glass on the table? It sounds like in this case, place means to set something down. You write a sentence with another meaning for the word place. What else can use the word place? A place could be like a spot. My favorite place to be is at school. One more. This sentence says, my little brother can dress himself. You use dress in another context. What's another meaning of the word dress? This one says, my brother can dress himself. How else can you use dress in a sentence? I hope that you are spacing out your words and adding proper punctuation and capitalization. And please have your grown-up send me a picture of these 3 sentences so I can see what you wrote. I can't wait to read it. Bye.